Welcome. This is an introduction to Eastside Baby Corner's online ordering system. This video is a broad overview that introduces some of the key concepts that you'll want to understand when using the system. In part 2, I'll be logging in to show you how to navigate through its main features. And you can check out the other instructional videos on the agency partner page at babycorner.org for more specific demonstrations of how to register households and recipients and place your orders. A little bit about EBC. It was founded in 1990 and functions as a diaper, food, and clothing bank, as well as providing dozens of other essential items for kids from birth through age 12, up to a size 14 clothing size. And we also distribute maternity clothing and supplies for moms. We then partner with social service agencies throughout the Puget Sound area to distribute these items to kids and families in need. Without our agency partners, we couldn't do what we do, so we appreciate you very much. Right now, we fill orders for 170 programs, helping an average of 800 kids a week. And we do this from 3 different locations: our North Shore hub in Kenmore, West Sound hub in Bremerton, and our Central hub in Issaquah. So the ordering system helps us coordinate a lot of activity. The ordering system is powered by Salesforce, which is an online database service. Salesforce stores our inventory and ordering data on their secure servers and provides access to EBC employees and its agency partners through an online portal. When you place an order with us, you're actually creating a new record in the database that we can see. And one of the main features of the system is that each order you place will be associated with a registered recipient in their household. This is how we track the number and types of individuals and households that we serve, and a way for you, the provider, to quickly place orders for existing clients without having to re-enter their information each time. By storing all this data, we're not only able to manage the ordering process, but we can use the Salesforce tools to generate reports and analyze the data, which enables us to track and improve our operations, things like managing inventory and identifying areas of need. We also use the information to apply for specific grants and to generate community support and funding. We do redistribute a lot of used items, but most of the high-cost essential items like car seats, diapers, and formula are purchased using grant money and cash donations. So tracking this information enables us to be accountable to our funding sources. So what type of information is stored in the system? To start with, the system has a record of you, the provider. When you register with us, we create an account for you with a unique user ID and password. Because each account represents a software license that EBC has purchased on your behalf, you won't be able to share login IDs or pass them on to new employees. Each portal user must be registered separately, so you'll have to let us know when you need to disable an old login ID or request a new one. This is critical for us to remain in compliance with our software license agreement with Salesforce. Providers who work for the same agency, program, and site have permissions that enable them to see each other's records. So you will be able to share data with your coworkers, even though you have separate accounts. As a provider, you'll be creating 3 different record types by registering households and recipients and by placing orders. Each record you create will be automatically linked to your provider account, so only you, authorized members of your agency, and the EBC Salesforce administrator will be able to view and edit them. A household record represents the residence or physical location of the client you are placing the order for. If the recipient is homeless, you can use the zip code where they generally reside. As a naming convention, households are registered under the last name of the primary caregiver at the recipient's address. If you need to keep household names anonymous or differentiate between common last names, you can use an alternate naming convention or numbering system as long as you use it consistently and are able to track them to individual households on your end. Once you've registered a household, you can then register household members who are the final recipients of the items. And the way you register them is by creating contact records for them. This is where you'll enter all the practical information on clothing and shoe sizes, as well as some demographic information that we use when applying for grants. Again, you can choose to keep these anonymous as long as the information is accurate and traceable to an individual on your end. You don't need to register everyone who lives in the household, just the individuals who will be receiving items from us. Finally, we have orders. Each time you place an order with us, a new permanent record is created in the database, automatically linked to you, the provider, your agency, and the recipient's household and contact records. And because these records are linked to each other, you'll be able to do things like track orders by household or contact and see records of past orders. So let's take a look at a couple examples. We'll be walking through the actual steps later. This is just an overview to give you an idea of how it works. Let's say you work at HopeLink's Bellevue location and you receive a request from a client, Mrs. Jones, who needs clothing and car seat for her grandson. The grandson has just moved in with her and she is his legal guardian. So you would log into the system using your provider account and first create a household record to register the child's residence using the last name of the primary caregiver at that address, in this case, Jones. Then from that household record, you would create a contact record for the recipient, which is the little boy. He happens to have a different last name, that's okay. The household should still be registered using the primary caregiver's last name. Now that he's in our system, you can place an order for him. So you would open up the little boy's contact record and create a new order. And because the order is linked to his contact record, the correct clothing size will automatically be selected, and the correct type of car seat will automatically be determined based on his registered height and weight. Let's look at another example. Say you receive a request from a client, Mrs. Smith, who is in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy, needing maternity items and some things for her new baby. First, you would register the household, and then you would create separate contact records for Mrs. Smith and her baby linked to the same household. Because she's ordering items for both herself and her baby, you'll be placing 2 separate orders, one for each recipient. To order maternity items, you would open Mrs. Smith's contact record and create a new order. And to order baby items, you would open the baby's contact record and place a separate order for the baby. So that's an overview of what's going on behind the scenes. And the next video, I'll be logging into the portal to show you what it looks like. Thanks.